What is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It's your guy, Swank, the host of the K-Gun Report. And I mean, it is Tuesday night. It is 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that can only mean one thing. You're here for it. This is Season 7, Episode 3 that you're tuning in for. We are supposed to have the most amazing guest, the champion for most appearances on the K-Gun Report, Mr. Mark Maddox, on tonight, but he's having a little bit of difficulty, so we're hoping he's going to make it. Stay tuned, hang tough. We really want to talk to Mark. We want to talk to you guys too, man. A lot of stuff going on over at One Bills Drive. I'll tell you what, let's roll the intro and we'll get right into it.
Hey, Bills Mafia, this is Don Beebe of the Buffalo Bills, and you're listening to the one and only K-Gun Report. Oh, and you all know, go Buffalo.
You all know, go Buffalo. Don Beebe doing his thing for the K-Gun Report. How's it going, everybody? It's Tuesday. It's K-Gun time. With me, I got Jared's finger in hand. Oh, he's gone. There you go. Right next to me, my brother from another mother. He looks just like the guy that just disappeared. That's Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got tonight on a Tuesday?
Not a whole lot. Just the Bills are opening up their strength and training this week, which is pretty awesome. Obviously, with a new coach, teams are allowed to come in a little earlier, so that's awesome. I heard Sal Capaccio talking today. A lot of media doesn't get involved with that. Any posts you see are from the Bills organization, so we got the hype video and all that stuff. So kind of excited. It kind of makes it official, right?
It feels like the beginning of the season, doesn't it? It feels like it shouldn't be too far away. Jerry, it's nice to see you in your Limp Bizkit hat without your hand in front of the camera. How are you, Jerry? Thanks for joining us.
No problem. I'm glad I'm here. I gave you the old listen because I couldn't hear you. I had to restart again. But yeah, week 3, guys, of this, and our Bills are already at it. I heard you say it, Scott. They're already at getting it going. So, yeah, it's exciting time of year.
That's damn right, and it's exciting time of year. And hey, guys, it's exciting for the K-Gun. We have our very first season-long sponsors. That is Dirty Jack's Tavern and Otis and Lisa's Pizzeria right here in beautiful, vacation-worthy Phelps, New York. Right in the heart of the Finger Lakes, Phelps, New York. 2 local favorites are bringing people together at Otis and Lisa's. It's all about flavor, Finger Lakes' finest wings, fresh-made pizza, and the kind of quality you don't just find anywhere. It's something you come back for. Where my mouse was, it looked like where the Q was, it was a D. So I was like, duality? It's not that. Then just down the road, step into Dirty Jack's Tavern, a true local hangout, cold local beers, a welcoming atmosphere, and a place where everyone feels at home. Owned by Andy and Lisa Mattoon, it's more than great food and drinks. It's about community connection and supporting Phelps every single damn day. Come for the food, stay for the people, be part of something local. Boys, tell us what your favorite wing orders are, starting with you, Jared.
Every time we get it, because the kids really like them too, it's the Fandemonium wings. They have a nice spice to it, not too crazy, but just enough. You know, it's got the blue cheese drizzle all over it, and that special spice that they use on their wings is just magnificent.
What about you, Scoot?
I can't get away from the Yao Mings that they got there. They drench it in some flavor that keeps you coming back for more. And I said it last week. So like when you eat other people's wings, you kind of wish you had Otis and Lisa's in your mouth.
Otis and Lisa's? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Good quality there for sure. So can I Dirty Jack's actually has an event this week.
Oh yeah.
A debut gig this Saturday. Come catch Deep Lakes duo, father and son, John and Anson Styles at Dirty Jack's. They will be playing Saturday, April 11th, 7 p to 9 p. That's at Dirty Jack's.
I'd like to add on to that I will be playing at the Rumor Mill from 7 to 9 that same exact day, right across the street. So, go to both. Do a little bit of both. Our guys over at the Rumor Mill celebrating 1 year in business this weekend. So play both places. I think you can make a whole night of it. That's what's beautiful about Phelps right now, man. You can hit Crafties. You can hit Smoke and Tails. You can hit the rumor mill. You can go to the wine bar, and then you can hit up Dirty Jack's because that's the late night hang for sure.
I feel bad for the person that's catching a little buzz and gets to the corner street there, and they're hearing music from both sides, and like, oh, where am I going?
It's that dual sensation thing for the audio.
Yeah, except for it's two different, so it's yeah. Yeah, man. Come down to Phelps, New York, and experience you a time at Dirty Jack's Tavern and Otis and Leaser's Pizzerias. Guys, we got the beautiful Ellen Lartz in the comments. We're trying a little different comment setup tonight. Yeah, you like that? So it shows everybody's all in real time, and then you can go through and you can pick them out as they come too. So that way, everybody gets their comment up there no matter what. But of course, we're going to throw love to, all of you as much as we can. The beautiful Ellen Lartz. Yo, everyone, let's get to cracking. Hell yeah, I started early. A little hazy day. What do you guys got?
A little Beamer on ice.
What do you got, Fred Durst?
Oh my gosh, Swank. I found something from the other half.
Nice. Where'd you get that?
This stout at Wegmans.
Nice.
The Astor Place Winter Stout.
Mhm.
My father-in-law had one this weekend. Oh, delicious.
Got a little wild. Yeah, I drank a couple other hats this last weekend as well. Who's this guy?
This is Sparta.
This is Mafia. Mafia, mount up.
Need to get a weapon.
He does need a weapon. What up, boys? Mafia, mount up. Hell yeah, Spartan. Good to see you, brother. We got Uncle James. What's up, Mafia?
What's up, Uncle Jamie?
What up, Uncle James? We got the John Johns. Hello, Mafia family. John Johns, I'm going to see you guys this weekend, aren't I not? Aren't I not? You coming down to Mr. Good Bar? I'm playing a little opener show for my friends. Watch your step at Mr. Good Bar in Buffalo if you're hanging out. Speaking of Buffalonians, there's our boy Robbie. What up, Rob?
Hey, Robbie.
And here's another guy that's going to be at that show, Corey Teed. What's up, Corey? How are you doing there, buddy? What up, fellas?
What's up, fam?
Ellen says, getting ready for draft weekend by watching the Holiday Touchdown Buffalo Bills movie. Wow, a little bit of snow today really put you in the mood, didn't it, Ellen? Hell yeah. Yeah. Why don't you guys tell them a little bit about this draft show you got coming up here?
Yeah, so April 23rd, it's a nice 4-hour event. We're covering all the picks. Jared and myself will have a couple people on maybe, and it's always a good time. It's always fun watching these guys' lives change for the better forever. And hopefully, I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be a full show of just us having a blast watching the Bills fall back into the second round. But needless, it's a good time. Get your drink on, get your food on, and come chat with us. 4 hours.
Hell yeah, I'll be out of town, but come and hang with my boys, won't you? Won't you please come do that? Yeah, you think they're gonna trade out? I don't know, man. I keep having these visions of grandeur. We'll see what happens.
What vision is that then, Swank? What's your?
I got a Concepcion, a KC Concepcion.
You think that's gonna be like his new?
Oh, I hope so, dude. And I hope I coined it right here on the K-Gun Report.
Get it on a shirt.
Let's see here. He said that's a plan. John's coming to hang. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, guys. So we were going to be speaking with Mr. Mark Maddox. We're still hoping that he'll join. We'll see what happens. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. If he doesn't show up tonight, we will most certainly get him on. Probably at least 3 or 4 times during the 50-ish season episode that we're going to have. We did want to talk a little bit about this 4-3 to 3-4 switch that we're seeing on the defense. And I think I'm going to let my guy, Scooter Magooter, maybe pave the way a little bit. Could you give us an explanation? Explain it to me like I host a football show and I don't really understand what a 3-4 means, switching from a 4-3.
It's just the personnel and the amount of players you have. So basically a 4-3, 4 down linemen, that includes defensive tackles. And we always talk about the tech 1 and tech 3 and then your defensive ends. A lot of times like McDermott used, the 4-3 was used to kind of bend but don't break. We attacked gap responsibilities. There you go. There you go. And
I'm prepared. Yeah.
so I mean, safeties obviously in corners and nickels are all there. We do run a lot of the 4-2 last year. That was the nickel defense. This year, you'll just hear it called the 3-3. So biggest difference: 4-3 means 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. 3-4 now means 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. You'll see there on the chart 2 inside linebackers. And 2 inside linebackers. Usually now, guys, when we're talking about sacks and pressure on a quarterback, normally the bigger name guys like the TJ Watts of the world and all that, they're usually a 3-4 defense. Those outside linebacker edge rushers will be those guys that will man those positions. And you see how you have the 4 linebackers are on that square there, Swank?
Yep.
Jared can attest to this. Sometimes they call an over or under. You'll see all 4 of those guys shift to one side. So essentially it's almost like a 4-3 defense again. But they can bring a lot of blitzes. They can bring a lot of stunts. They can bring a lot of disguises out of this looking defense. And another big difference is that NT is called a nose tackle. We no longer have the defensive tackles. They're called nose tackles. And that guy goes from about 6'2", 6'3", 290 to 310 pounds to now the nose tackle, who's about 6'4", 6'5", 330 plus. He's a guy that you want taking on that center. And if he slants to the right or left to cover a guard, you're hoping he takes care of 2 blockers, which leaves linemen one-on-one matchups as well as linebackers that are blitzing. So it's definitely a defense that Leonhard's going to bring in. He's known to bring the pressure. He's known to have a lot of sacks and a lot of pressures off the edge. So I'm excited for it. We needed something like that, a big change from the McDermott prevent, bend but don't break method. So it's going to be something that us Bills fans are not used to seeing.
I think for me, man, we were talking about this last year, and I was ringing the bell for McDermott to do something different. He was stuck in his only bring the front 4, bring that nobody else pressures, and the only time that they were really successful pressuring the quarterback is when they blitzed. And it seemed like offensive lines and offensive coordinators figured them out, and it was hard for them to get pressure. And when you're not really investing in stud defensive ends, I mean, we had a Greg Rousseau, it's great, but you're rotating him in and out. He's not getting all of his snaps and his reps. And then you got old guys on the other side trying to, take that weight. You think you got Von Miller's got a little bit left in the tank. Joey Bosa's got a little bit left in the tank. To me, it's like, I think we're going to see a Gregory Rousseau shine in this kind of defense. And this is the same kind of deal that he ran in college, right?
Actually, Greg Rousseau did play defensive end. He did play outside linebacker. He played a few of those roles. So that's what's excited about the guys that still remain here, is that they've seen this in their college career.
So let's go through this a little bit. Who can everybody watching expect to see? If the roster stayed the same today, who do you think the starters would be for this new look defense? Let's start right with nose tackle.
Deanna Walker.
100%, right?
I think it'd have to be between him and let's see if Dwayne Carter's healthy. Both of those guys is whoever's healthier. But if they're both dominating, I would think you could see a little. I know rotation might be of the past, but if we have those 2 big hog mollies in the middle to relieve each other, it could be a nice swatch.
See, I kind of agree with you, Jared. I think Dwayne Carter is more of that defensive end, defensive tackle. Just weight-wise alone, I think that's the reason why he does not play nose tackle. I believe the Bills should, after the draft, if they don't draft someone at that position, which it could happen, I like a guy, I'm not sure if he's been signed yet, but DJ Reader is a guy that's played that nose tackle position his whole career, and he's a big guy, and I would love to see that switching back and forth with Deanna Walker. But as far as Dwayne Carter goes, I think our lads has it correct. I think he would be a guy that's behind that Oliver, and TJ Sanders with Landon Jackson, the same story.
100%. Let's see here. I think whatever, we can do all of these. So now the defensive ends, which appropriately are named, I guess, because there's only 3 positions on the line now, right? Like immediately on the line. So do these type of positions change from what they were before? So now do we still see a Groot And well, geez, we've picked up Chubb. Like, what are we looking at? Do they go to outside linebacker? Do they stay at defensive end? Like, can you maybe shed a little light on that?
You can actually see everybody flip flopping from OLB to defensive end in this defense. If you have an over setup where the defense slides to the middle linebacker, usually the strong side, you can actually bring a personnel in that's a heavier set with that linebacker on the line. So seeing Russo can come up, play D end, and then they can stunt back and switch to OLB with that guy. It's that defensive end outside linebacker can be a versatile spot in that defense. And that's going to be interesting to see how they do it. And I know Leonard's good at disguising stuff. So that's another thing that this defense brings, Swank, is a lot of disguise, a lot of blitzes from different directions, a lot of stunts. So we're going to have our athletes on the back end there moving around a lot.
I like it. I like it. I like it. If you're looking at our lad site here that are astute NFL defensive analyst Scooter Reed sent our way here last year, the year before. Yeah, they have TJ Standards as an end, Landon Jackson, which hopefully he can make a big jump here coming into year 2 as defensive ends. And then we're talking outside linebackers. They got the usual suspects here with Groot, Chubb. Here's a guy, man. This guy right here coming back from injury. Yeah. Michael Hoyachek. Man, I almost forgot he was still on the lineup and on the roster. And how exciting would it be for him to come back healthy, probably halfway through the year, right?
Every time we start talking about this defense, we got the linebackers, the defensive ends. I also forget about Hoyt, and every time I remember him, I'm like, oh yeah, we still have. It's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. So Scooter, what does the job of the inside linebacker? I mean, this is going to look a little bit different from last year.
Yep. It's funny because we always mentioned the Buffalo Bills when they ran that 4-3 that our inside linebackers were undersized to 6 foot, 220-pound guys. But this kind of allows you to have that kind of style linebacker, considering that there's only 3 down linemen now, so they're going to have to fly from sideline to sideline more than they normally would have to if there was a 4-3 defense. So, obviously we have Bernard, who I think lost a step. I'd love to see him return back to where he was, but I don't think that's happening. But someone like Dorian Williams, I think will thrive in this kind of defense. He's a guy that will put his helmet on someone, but he also can fly sideline to sideline, which I think was beneficial for the 3-4 defense. So I like those guys there. I do believe this will be something, a position that will be addressed for the Bills' first 3 picks. So keep in mind they have the first, the third, and the fourth for the first 3. So yeah, don't be surprised, guys, if nose tackle and linebacker are the 2 first picks of the draft this year.
Yeah, this defense really fixates on the linebackers' versatility, and it stems right from that nose tackle. If we have a dominant nose tackle, those 2 middle linebackers will be successful.
And that's what you need. And hopefully Walker, for me, man, I think he needs to be on the line. Like, he had proved himself his rookie year. I think he's going to be a stud. I hope that he can make the transition in the NFL, at the NFL level, to this new look and really just be as dominant as he was last year, and adding another year under his belt. And I think having this many rushers set up in this scheme just seems so much more productive. It seems like it's going to wreak so much more havoc. It seems like it's going to block up a bunch of gaps that like we needed to happen for the run game. Like it just seems like this makes a lot of sense. And I think really the old guard, I'm not trying to talk game. I am McDermott, yes. But it seemed like maybe stuck in his ways, didn't want to change what he knew had worked in the past, wasn't willing to adopt and adapt. And I don't know, this is like a breath of fresh air to me, and it's exciting. I think it's going to be aggressive. Like, I'm really excited about it.
It's kind of weird because when you look into it, I kind of see the way they drafted last year, bringing in Deion Walker with the size that he is, and then bringing in TJ Sanders. a defensive tackle that's able to get to the quarterback. I kind of felt like they may have been players that weren't in the right position on this McDermott defense, which, I mean, you could look into it all you want. You can pick it apart. It's almost in my mind like Bean was preparing for something like this. It wasn't often that we had a 350 plus defensive tackle on the Buffalo Bills defensive line, but all of a sudden we draft one.
Yeah.
And then you get someone like Ed Oliver, who we drafted as he was a 3-4 defensive tackle at the University of Houston. We brought him in to play a 4-3 defense. That's what McDermott did. But you did the same thing with TJ Sanders, who I think is a better 3-4 defensive end than he would have been a defensive tackle in the old 4-3 scheme. So I'm not sure if there's underlying, like, let's prepare kind of thing. But when I'm looking at this defense, the only person I'm worried about would be someone like Gregory Rousseau having to, and it's the coverage aspect for me for Gregory. It's not the blitzing, it's not the containing the edge. It's if they're running an over or under and he's expected to cover a tight end or something like that, that may be something that is concerning. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see a few snaps in that regard, but it's just weird when you look at this defense and think, well, I don't think they're that bad considering they made this big of a change in just this year.
Right. It seems like, this should be like a rebuild, right? But and as much as there's different pieces in place and the attack is different, I think filling this roster with so many hybrid players and players that have played everywhere and are used to adapting and the different crazy looks that McDermott used to give people and all that kind of stuff, that really might have benefited like this change as far as, what you're saying about like maybe Bean had it in his head, like, okay, I got to start preparing for maybe a different future. I don't know if it was that so much as like, we just like these guys that can do everything. We like these guys that can play multiple positions. And now doing this complete 180, like really not in a bad spot,
Great point.
We're talking about the secondary here. We haven't even talked about it. Is anybody in the comments or on the panel worried one iota about this secondary? It just looks lights out to me. Like, I don't know. The CJ Gardner-Johnson pickup, it's controversial, but it's a little shake-up, a little physical. You're pairing him with one of the youngest, most physical safeties that had his coming out party last year in Cole Bishop. I mean, Maxwell Harrison, if he can stay healthy, pair it up with the top three cornerback in the league on Benford. There's just, to me, like, I don't even care, so like the secondary doesn't really matter so much to me because I know what we're getting for the most part. I just want to see how the middle of the board shuffles around and plays out, it's crazy.
I mean, those two safeties in the three corners, like you were saying, on paper, I agree. I think they look better. They definitely look better.
Yeah.
I know there's a bunch of fans saying, who's this guy? But we mentioned those stats a couple weeks ago, Swank, with the Gardner-Johnson, 6 interceptions, 2 of his last 3 healthy seasons, I think it was, or something like that.
Yep.
The dream that we've all been waiting for, Christian Benford's doing what he does. Maxwell Harrison, if he can become the first-round draft pick that we picked up last year, that's a sexy-looking quarterback duo.
Yeah.
And you're right. And we always say it starts from the trenches back. If this front seven can do what we think they potentially can do, then the turnovers are going to happen. And Jim Leonhard brings that aggressive defense, and he has a good history with secondary. They've been ranked very high every year he's coached as defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta realize that, yes, this is his first year as a defensive coordinator. He's also an ex-player. He's played the position. He's been in winning, productive defensive programs. I don't know. I think the pressure in stopping the run has been the complete downfall of this Buffalo Bills team for the McDermott era. There's 1 or 2 seasons that you can see where they actually got decent pressure on the quarterback. The run game, I don't know what happened in the last couple seasons, but it just blew apart. And really, this seems to be the type of overhaul that we need. Now, you can play devil's advocate and say, well, you're talking about all these pieces that we're changing around. Like your personnel is not really a whole lot different. But Chubb is a good run stuffer, man. I don't know. There's a little bit of a different feel as far as personnel, but the look, I think more bodies hitting gaps. That's the biggest thing here. That'll really hopefully slow that run game down.
Well, Swank, you nailed it on the head about 3 minutes ago when you said the versatility of these players is what Bean's been trying to get in, and it will make this transfer a little easier. Our smaller, quote unquote, smaller linebackers getting outmanned in the 4-3 nickel defense, where now they're going to fit exactly where they need to be in this 3-4 defense. Again, if we can get a dominant nose tackle, that's the key to stopping the run game. And we are going to see a lot of blitzes. That's just what the 3-4 defense does. It's going to set up a lot of movement. It's going to increase pressure. And what you guys referred to earlier, our secondary, I'm not too worried about. I'm actually really excited about it. And that's what's going to have that quarterback hold the ball just that little bit longer, where those stunts and those outside blitzes are going to land home. And, man, I think Leonhard's going to have it, and it's going to be an exciting defense to watch this year.
I think you're right. Guys, we have 511 of you tuning in right now. Thank you so much. A little weird start. The Facebook event evaporated when we were trying to come on, so I appreciate all you guys finding us and popping in and leaving a comment or two. We have a word from our sponsor, Dirty Jack's Tavern in Otis and Lisa's Pizzeria.
Right in the heart of the Finger Lakes, Phelps, New York, two local favorites are bringing people together. At Otis and Lisa, it's all about flavor. Finger Lakes' finest wings, fresh-made pizza, and the kind of quality you don't just find anywhere. It's something you come back for. Then just down the road, step into Dirty Jack's Tavern, a true local hangout. Cold local beers, a welcoming atmosphere, and a place where everyone feels at home. Owned by Andy and Lisa Mattoon, it's more than great food and drinks. It's about community, connection, and supporting Phelps every day. Come for the food, stay for the people, be part of something local.
That is right. Jerry, you did a really nice little talk over there, buddy. That was some nice voice acting. You should put that on your resume. Come see our friends Dirty Jacks and Otis and Leasers. Visit Phelps, man. It's a great spot. It's a happening little town. You know, we had a good time there when we did our little live show with the Bengals game last season. So great drinks, great food. It's a good time. Come hang. Let's see. We got a couple questions flooding in here, and then we're gonna get to rolling the wheel of death, or destiny, as some of you call it. John Robert says, what position do you think we draft in the first? All right, let's hear it. Who wants to go first?
I have my theories. I kind of alluded to it when we were talking about that front seven. I think Deion Walker, drafted obviously in the mid rounds, is someone that can handle that nose tackle position. Jared and I discussed last week what the offense looked like, and on paper it looks better. So I don't think that's the first place we address it, especially since DJ Moore, I think, will man that wide receiver number one position. And on paper, the wide receiver room looks better. So my theory is defensive interior lineman, the nose tackle, to spell Deion Walker. When you're 6'5" plus 350 plus pounds, you're going to need someone to have to come in for you. So a guy I have in mind is the guy from Ohio State by the name of Caden McDonald. He's not the biggest, 6'2", but he is 326 pounds, and he's very, I think he gets the highest grade in the draft for run defense. So
Sweet.
I have him going mid, but if he falls back a little bit, I hope the Bills can grab him up with the 26th pick.
Nice. I don't think I'd be mad about that. It's a good point about Deion getting a little winded. I mean, when you're out there for 3 and outs every game, I mean, just do that. Then you don't need a breath, right? Jerry boy, what are you thinking, man? What position do you think we're going after?
No, I 100% agree with Scott. I think their offense is going to be good for the first round, if not the first two. But I think we have a lot of linemen to play games with. I do like that Caden McDonald, Scott from Ohio State, but I also feel like we have to start pumping in a little bit of our linebacker. I'm looking at C.J. Allen from Georgia. He's viewed as an instinctive and a really physical middle linebacker, especially for the 3-4 scheme. So that's who I would like them to go after, linebacker.
Nice. Yeah, I like both those position groups, man. I think as somebody pointed out, John Robert right here. We only have 3 inside linebackers on the 53 and 2 on the practice squad. Gonna need some dudes, some bodies in there to be productive. And when you got Bernard back there and he's not exactly been the healthiest lad the last couple of years. So, yeah, linebacker I think would be a good call. But I'm going to take the big swing. KC Concepcion, baby. I just don't. I think this is like one of those years where it's like you got a new head coach. You're trying to really go for it all. And offensively last season, what happened? A catch that wasn't a catch. That was a catch that wasn't a catch. You know, that's what ended your season. Because if that really was the catch, then there at least would have been a field goal, and your Buffalo Bills would have been marching on.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I think there just can't be that much more faith in Keon Coleman in the building. I know they're hyping it up. I know they're doing whatever. I know they got DJ Moore, and I'm really stoked on that pick. That room's starting to shape up. I think one more guy on a rookie contract that can come in here and be with Josh Allen through the rest of his career here and be a playmaker. I don't know. I that excites me, and that's like that. We need to go out and try and win it now kind of mentality. I don't know. I could see it happening, I guess. So
it's their Swank, brand new head coach who happens to be an offensive coordinator. He's got a quarterback that won MVP. He's got a running back that won a rushing title.
Yep.
Let's get ourselves a wide receiver.
Yeah. I like it.
My first pick as a head coach, let that Casey Concepcion, I think, is a good one. I see him playing more of the slot, which is Shakir's spot. But if they do draft him, you better believe Mr. Keon Coleman's job is in big time jeopardy.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, he might get depth, but I really wouldn't be surprised if you saw him traded, even on draft day for a low round pick.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I like it. Nice question. Corey with the BWO out of nowhere call. Landon Jackson has a season. How do we feel about Landon Jackson, guys? I want him to do well. I want him to be all right. Part of me thinks that I almost would have rather had AJ Epinesa on the roster other than Landon, but I want to see him do something here in the next season or two. And maybe this switch up in this coaching staff and all that stuff's just the ticket. What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, he was high hopes when we drafted him. He was kind of like a guy we saw as a freshman going through through the drills all the way up to his senior year, where he looked like he became more fluent, stronger, bigger. But I don't want to. I hate to say this, but that injury that he got in the preseason, that wasn't. Injuries happen sometimes when you have lack of mobility in your lower quad of your body. His legs just didn't get up off the ground. He runs really stiff. He's got to get those hips moving, or else he's not going to be too much longer in the NFL. That's just my personal opinion. Watching him play, he is very stiff. He doesn't bend his body well. I don't know about Landon Jackson having an outstanding season. I think he's going to be, if anything, a practice squad guy or a guy you see just making a couple games a year. But the injuries first is hard to come off of, but like I said, watching him move his body, it just wasn't there for me.
Well, the thing with Landon is, like Swank said earlier in the show, the Bills tend to draft people that are hybrid. They can run a bunch of things. And Arkansas did run a 3-4 defense. They also ran a 4-3. They had multiple looks. So right now you're looking at someone that can adjust. Maybe he was a better 3-4 outside linebacker than a 4-3 edge. Defensive end. So I guess the proof will be in the pudding once he starts playing. Who knows when he's going to come back? I mean, it was a November injury, so those tend to keep you a little longer. But
I thought it was preseason.
No, he played regular season, Jared.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he was out there, not very much.
No. But again, 3-4-4-3. He played both schemes in Arkansas, and who knows if he's a better 3-4 outside linebacker than he was a 4-3 edge.
Yeah, he was a healthy scratch damn near every week. I think maybe he got on the field 2 games.
3 games.
Yeah. Was it 3 games?
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now. October, New England, Atlanta, and Miami.
Yep. So, I don't know. And things were getting a little weird around that time too, with like who they were calling up and who they weren't and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I would like to see. I don't want to write anybody off. Like I always think about the Sam Darnolds and the Geno Smiths and all these dudes that were washed for years and years and years. Like, do you guys realize Geno Smith, like, he started and was in the same draft class as EJ Manuel? Doesn't EJ Manuel seem like it was so long ago? And the guy that got drafted with him in the same year, it's like he's still playing, and he was playing like competitively, probably some of his best ball like 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever. It's pretty nuts. So yeah, I don't want to give up on anybody too early, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. It's not for a long league. Mark Maddox would say not for long. Jamie says, brilliant pick. He was referring to the Ohio State hog molly you were talking about there.
Yep, that'd be nice. He's a mid-rounder, but if he falls, I mean, jump on it. They might trade up to get him in that case.
Hell yeah. John Roberts says, Casey Concepcion will probably be gone. I agree, man. I'm thinking that there's going to have to be a little ladder climb. I know everybody thinks we're trading out, and that's a safe thing to do. I don't think this year's about being safe, man. I think this year's about taking risks. At least, I mean, when he has Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know,
receiver's still one of those positions that once people start taking them, I mean, it's been going on for a couple of years now. Once you see the couple come off the board, especially back to back, that's when teams start to panic and they start grabbing these guys. So if you see a wide receiver push early, well, they'll be the first three. But if you see the fourth and fifth ranked guys start going, Concepcion will definitely be gone pretty soon after.
Oh, hell yeah. We got Nate saying Edge Cassius Howell getting a lot of love lately. Tell me a little bit about Cassius Howell, Scott.
Yeah, he Texas A&M guy, 6'2", 250 pounds, really, really good pass rush. Lower level grades on all the other stuff, but he's one of those specialist pass rush edge type guys. So I've seen his film. He looked good. He looks good one-on-one. And again, if Deion Walker can handle the middle, and then you got Oliver and TJ Sanders handling those guards or the tackles, it's going to be, this guy could be dangerous. He could be. I have him as a mid-rounder as well, but not everybody can be a mid-rounder. Somebody's going to have to fall. I like that, Nate. Good job.
Hell yeah. Paulette, I like this comment. I feel that this season's going to be the best. This is about the time. This is about the time where we start coming out of that last season fog, and we're like, it's going to be a killer season. Good to see you, Paulette.
Paulette, for sure.
Let's see. Jamie Norson. I want opposing QBs confused by our defense. Yeah, I think, I don't know, you guys weigh in on this here, but what I think is they were confused by the coverages, but they had so long back there that it didn't matter. We talk about it on the show all the time too. It's common knowledge. A wide receiver will beat a cornerback if they have enough time. You can't anticipate every step, every move. You get past about the 5-6 second mark, and a wide receiver has the advantage, especially if you have somebody that can move the pocket, like a Josh Allen, like a Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, all these guys. So for me, I don't think it was so much about the clever confusion. I think it was he wasn't getting home. They weren't getting pressure on the quarterback, so it was extending plays, and that's what happened.
Yep.
What do you guys think? Yeah? Yes?
Yeah.
Concur?
Yeah, I think it was a McDermott type defense. That was what he'd asked for. I feel bad for some of these guys that have the skill set to get to the quarterback, but you know, when you're asked to contain, you're asked to, because there are a lot of quarterbacks in this league that get out of the pocket they do a good job of doing it. So if you're nervous about that, yeah, contain. Make sure he doesn't get out of the pocket. And unfortunately, some of those quarterbacks that are good at getting out of the pocket, like a Mahomes, is also really good in the pocket. So
yeah,
at what point do you just say, pin your ears back, boys, and go knock him on his ass?
Listen, Mahomes washed. He had a bad season, down season last year. He's gone. John,
sorry guys.
Right.
Do you think that McDermott's bend but don't break defense? That's what made the defense successful last year, is that everybody fed into it and they believed in it and they stuck the responsibilities. Do you think the players who are remaining on this team moving into 3-4 will benefit from McDermott's structure moving into Leonhard's structure? It's all about your responsibilities, right? It's all about being where you need to be, having that mindset and having that core in your system when a new system comes in, I personally believe will. I just wonder if you guys thought the same thing.
For me, I think anytime any coach wants you to stick to your job and do your job, right? But I think to your point, kind of the culture side of things, like what McDermott expected, yeah, I could see that being worthwhile and beneficial to the player and the team and the coach. What I think is different this year is they played it very safe, stayed on script a lot. Now you're getting guys in here, like I just keep thinking about CJ. Like that dude, you're gonna live and die by him. He's gonna jump routes. He's gonna get chippy. He's gonna do things that you haven't seen a Buffalo Bills defender do in 10 years. You're gonna see that kind of stuff out of this guy. So I think bringing a guy in like that, that's kind of a wild card firecracker, kind of tells you, yes, we want people to do their jobs, but also we want them to take calculated risks and try to get turnovers and big plays on ball when they can. Is that fair, Scott? What do you think?
Oh yeah, there's got to be a point where money ball doesn't work anymore. Stop playing safe, stop playing the gamble of, eventually he's going to make a mistake, make a mistake. At some point, you got to be the aggressor. So, yeah, 100%.
I like it. Good question, Jerry. Let's see. Ellen says, I think we need a linebacker with first pick, and the Bills need to consider a QB in case something happens to Kyle Allen or, God forbid, Josh. Everybody knock on wood right now. What do you think about picking up a QB in the draft here, Scott?
One of the worst quarterback drafts, I believe, we will find this year. I don't see our replacement this year. Honestly, I think Kyle Allen is a better pickup than anybody that's available in the draft this year. So I think you're good with Kyle. I think you'll get the most out of him. Next year, on the other hand, it may be a little a sexy thought to grab one in the 5th or 6th round because there's plentiful of quarterbacks next year.
I like that. That seems fair. I don't ever want Josh to feel like there's somebody breathing down his neck, as much as he probably welcomes the competition. Mm-hmm. But I do like how they just cycle these same like 3 dudes in his locker room. I think it's comfortable to him. I think he's got a rapport. He likes to joke around. These guys know his routine. I don't know. I just think it's comfortable, and I'm okay with it. He's again, knock on wood, one of the healthiest quarterbacks and players in the whole entire league. So we'll see what happens. But Jerry, what do you think? We going for QB?
No, I think maybe in the later rounds, but I think we're good with what we got. And as long as you keep bringing Josh Allen's buddies back in, like you said, Swank, I think he's all set. Yeah, it'd be.
We got James Cook.
Yeah, GC.
Yeah, we got. And then if our defense is as good as we hope it is, then you hope that this backup quarterback, if he comes in for 3-4 games, just has to manage a game and not have to take it over.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I mean, look at what Mitch did. The couple times he came in, he looked like a goddamn all-star. Like, he's just nuts. Corey Teed says, will Joe Brady win Coach of the Year? Ha ha, if we win it all. Jesus, I think if he gets him to 1, he wins Coach of the Year, don't he?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
I mean, unless there's a team that went 2-15 last year that all of a sudden make the playoffs, it's hard-pressed not to vote for that guy. But it's well documented that the Bills just can't get over the hump, and to bring in the biggest storyline was McDermott's fired, Joe Brady, offensive coordinator's taken over. So the story's there. You can't help but to think if he makes it to the Super Bowl and wins it, that it's an obvious pick.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. I don't know. Well, the only thing here is the one factor that a lot of you know, but subconsciously might not want to admit, and that is that these are the Buffalo Bills. So Joe Brady could have the highest scoring offense with the number 1 defense and win a Super Bowl by epic proportions, and they'll still try to find a way to make Lamar Jackson the Coach of the Year, even though he's not a coach. Yeah, Uncle Jay wants to talk about the new rules. We got some new NFL rules that came down from the coaches meeting last week. He said, I believe all are kick related except for the ref reviews. I think now you can call an onside kick damn near anytime you want, right? Isn't that the rule? I like that, man. I think it was real boring not doing that. You have to have these specific circumstances. I don't know. I think let's go. Go ahead. Go for it. That wasn't killing the game. Onside kicks were not killing the game. They were making it more fun.
But you still have to announce that you're doing it.
I think so. Yep.
That's the part I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, you're missing out on the McAfee, right? Like the onside self recover. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot riding on the refs this year. I think they introduced the expanded replay authority rule, which allows the command center to now call in and correct a clear and obvious mistake of the field.
Clear and obvious, yep.
So that is something they're gambling a little bit with that, because either you're going to exploit a lot of these bad refs, biased refs, and show that the system is flawed very significantly, or you got a lot of happy fans that, I mean, obviously we know what a call looks like, and if there's a good explanation why they changed the play, then so be it. I know homers like to not agree with some calls, but this is a big chance that they're willing to take, and I'm glad they're willing to take it.
As long as they get it right.
Yes.
As long as when they do this, it's not the same old him-ha bullshit that, like, you know, we've been used to as Bills fans for a very long time. But I mean, if it's clear and obvious to 90% of the viewing public and in the stadium and I mean, this is the thing. The first time that they don't overturn it,
yep,
same old thing, same old deal. Like, you're not making the product any better. Like I said, I'm cool with 4-hour games. Get it right. I mean, it's annoying when there's a million flags on the field and you got to go through and you got to do it all. But, like, I'd rather have it right. I'd rather have it called right and fair and know that that's the way it's going to be when I sit down on a Sunday, rather than sit there and be like, what the hell? What the hell?
You better have a high success rate that a high percentage of fans agree with. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and it's got to be clear and obvious, so you guys can take that with however you want.
Mm-hmm.
But that it says right here, clear and obvious replay review, the officiating department. So that's going to be New York and all them places. So it's nice. It's nice to see that they're going to do it.
The guy's going to have to take the Dorito cheese off his fingers and actually sit there now.
Oh no!
They're calling.
Oh no! Don't Cheetos on my first.
Go ahead, Jared. Sweet.
No, I was going to say, like, we've talked about it here before too, but the XFL did a really cool thing when, you know, everything was reviewable. They took a camera right up into the review booth. The guy explained to the camera what he was seeing and why it was not overturned or overturned, and then went back. That's accountability. That's when you have billions of dollars wrapped into a product. And not just that, you have all the gambling money, and not just that, because neither of those things matter as much as these teams matter so much to all of us. Yeah. Like, all of these games and these teams matter so much. You have this product that people spend hours and hours watching and talking and reviewing and buying clothes and doing this and that. Like, you're invested in something. We don't want it to be fixed. We don't want, I know people's like, controversy is great TV. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to know when I sit down and I watch it, if there's a bad call, it's going to be turned over. Like, that's what I want. You know, this isn't balls and strikes, people. This isn't just straightforward. You got it right on the TV. This is clear and obvious. If a receiver turns and you see him fumble and they call it a catch, before they get to it, I would imagine the program or the guys up in the booth or at New York have a 10-second limit. You know what I mean? If they can't overturn something in 10 seconds, they have to leave it.
Plays will run. You got to get it in before the next.
It's going to be. You can argue balls and strikes, but the guy turning around, dropping the ball on the ground, they can say, nope, that's good. Or a spot foul. If you see a guy step out of bounds, they do that one already. No, he stepped out of bounds here. So I kind of like it. I kind of like that bam, bam, as long as it's not hold on, wait.
Yeah.
Because if they do the hold on, wait thing, now it has to be a challenge by the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see some of these favorite teams in the NFL getting longer time to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. So like a lot of these are kickoff adjustments. The one I also like to see is the disqualification review. So league personnel can now consult with an on-field official to eject players for flagrant fouls, even if no flag was initially thrown. So if there's something on the sideline that's happened and it's a cheap shot, a punch or something like that that you see all the time,
Yeah.
but now the review can come in and also call those guys out and say, "Hey, nope, get 57 out of here."
Well, there goes CJ Gardner Johnson.
Dude, bad timing, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I mean, are they going to be able to get the first guy now? Like,
Yeah.
is that what this is going to be, where it's not the second guy all the time? The first guy is going to get it too, you know?
Maybe that's where CJ Gardner comes in the hand. Run your mouth, buddy. Run it, run it, run
Yeah.
it, run it.
Just rub your helmet right into the other guy's helmet. Yeah. See what...
There's one rule that I really like, and it has nothing to really do about the game and the rules of football. Is the player safe and healthy one, that the clubs are now required to employ a full-time mental health clinician. I think that's huge. We've talked about Mark Maddox with CTE and him trying to remember games and remember like moments in his life, and we've seen other players do it. We've seen Antonio Brown with his issues off the field. And it's just great to have the league recognize it a little bit more to get somebody on the field so they can go with mental health. It's not only players getting hit too. It's not only head injuries. These are some young kids growing up and they have to be able to manage life at 21, 20 years, 22 years old, making millions of dollars. The influctuation of people that they thought they don't know that now they know, the cousins, uncles, whatever. So I think having this on the team, and it's required now by each team to have it, is going in the right direction. Good job, NFL.
Which is crazy. I would have thought they already had something like that in place.
Yeah, 100%. I think most clubs should, right? They probably already did. Especially too, like sports, like psychology and all that. Like I don't know. Maybe they were just doing like they'd bring a guy in for preseason, or they'd bring a guy in once a week or something.
They
Maybe
have the
that's
rookie
what it was.
forum. They have the rookie forum at the beginning of the
Yep.
year, and they just invite a couple rookies and they say, this is the good, the bad, the ugly. Don't do this. Try not to do this. Find good people. But now they have somebody on staff there for people to see.
Yeah, that forum seems like, I mean, think about what these kids are going through right off the bat. Coming to the league, new lifestyle. This is no longer a sport you play in college. This is what you do all the time. A 2-hour course while you're running around, not even drafted yet, it's not going to help anybody. You need something there for the guys that when they're actually in the grind can go and say, "Hey, man, I'm feeling kind of depressed or not getting a lot of playing time like I thought I would." You got guys that played college and high school every play for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And a bunch of them are going to come and sit the bench. That's a psych issue. That's a psychological deterrent on you. So they need someone to talk to, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
I think what you're saying about the college thing, you got to remember those guys were the best, like not only in their high school but probably one of the best in the state, and then one of the best in college. Like they have been known nothing but winning probably since they were a preteen. And now you're in football and you gotta, not that you gotta earn it, but like every one of those guys is that guy. It's not, you're not going up against a bunch of guys.
Get 2 of those services available.
Here's the thing. Like, we can sit there and say, "Oh man, I would love just to be the place kicker or the holder." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. We're not in that same concept as these guys. You know what I mean? They've been number one their whole life. They've been top priority. And yes, it's awesome to be on an NFL team, second, third, or fourth string, but they still want to play.
Yep.
Speak for yourself, man. I got that mindset every day, man.
I'll be a third string quarterback with my belly hanging out at the bottom of my jersey, holding the clipboard. Hell yeah.
Dude, I'll be Kyle Orton coming in like, guys.
Chase McDaniel is one of the highest paid backup quarterbacks to ever play. Yep. He had 14 seasons in the NFL. He only started 5 games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got Johnson out there now, right? He's, man, how many years has he been playing? Josh Johnson?
Josh Johnson.
Yeah. Crazy. Guys, it is 9:28. There's 720 of you joining us on a off season. Well, is it the preseason yet? Can we call it the preseason? Can we call it something? Pre-draft season episodes here of the K-Gun Report. We were supposed to be joined by Mr. Mark Maddox. Unfortunately, he had a little family stuff going on, so he will be joining us in the near future. We promise. He is awesome. Go help out his charity, the Help One Foundation, which, if you're around in September, boyos and girlos, regular season rage is on. We're hoping to get Mark back up. We're hoping to get Mark back up here. It's a great time over at Reinvention Brewing in Shortsville, New York. A bunch of you in the comments have been there. I hope to see you again. And tell your friends and family, man, come on out. Also, we have a season-long sponsor. If you haven't been listening for the last couple episodes, we have Dirty Jack's Tavern and Otis and Lisa's Pizzeria. Right in the heart of the Finger Lakes, Phelps, New York. 2 local favorites are bringing people together at Otis and Lisa's. It's all about flavor, Finger Lakes' finest wings, fresh-made pizza, and the kind of quality you don't just find anywhere. It's something you come back for. Then, just down the road, step into Dirty Jack's Tavern, a true local hangout, cool, cold, local beers, a welcoming atmosphere, and a place where everybody feels at home. Owned by Andy and Lisa Mattoon, it's more than great food and drinks. It's more about community connection and supporting Phelps every day. Come for the food, stay for the people, be a part of something local at Otis and Lisa's and Dirty Jack's Tavern. You can get your za, your wings, then go some brewskis. Or you can sit at Dirty Jack's and just, order it there and they'll bring it right over to you.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Also, don't forget, Scooter Magooter got the hot breaking news. Dirty Jacks will have music. My boys, the Deep Lakes duo, actually, Anson and Shadow. I do know those guys pretty well. They played at the Music for Mom
Oh, beautiful.
last year. They're in the Movers from Newark, so they'll be playing 7 to 9 on Saturday. Also, I'll be playing across the street 7 to 9. Come hang out. Both of them hang, be chill. Let's do a little final thought. We might end almost on time. Jerry is going to get a high five from his wife.
Actually, I think she's sleeping already.
What do you got, Jerry, for final thought?
No, we got a 2-week advantage on most teams because we have a new coach. All teams with new coaches get to start a little bit early. They're focusing on the physical stuff today and the mental stuff today and the next couple of days. Just pay attention to see who shows up to those. It's not mandatory, but it'll be fun to see who's making an appearance. I don't think we got to it last week. Congratulations to Haley and Mr. Josh Allen for their little baby girl. And welcome to dad and welcome to parenthood, you two. It's a fun and exciting thing. And when they say, don't blink, don't blink. And then we'll see you guys next week, Tuesday. And I think we're going to have a special guest. I'll let Scott explain that a little bit more. But go Bills. We'll see you next time.
Oh, okay, Scott. Well, please explain, because I don't know about this either. What's going on next week?
Oh, April 14th, Buff fan base's Dean Kindig is going to be joining us for.
Oh, Dean, yes.
For he's the draft guru, so he'll be on. He has a mock draft site that he uses, and he's at it, guys, right when the season starts, preparing for the next year. So Dean Kindig is going to join us. We'll figure out who the Bills are going to draft this year. We go through all the rounds and kind of pick positions and who we like at those spots. So that's always a fun show. Of course, it's going to be a week and a half before the actual draft, so we'll see how accurate we are. Just like we're all armchair managers, we all like guys that we like and pick guys who we think the Bills are going to pick. But Dean has a special insight with all that stuff, so it's fun.
Hell yeah. If you guys have any questions about the draft, position, player, doesn't matter, early round, late rounds, get it all queued up for next week, because Dean is a wealth of knowledge. And the site that you were talking about, it's actually this huge spreadsheet. He's got multiple spreadsheets, and he literally hand tallies everything. Mm-hmm. The guy is so detailed, so it's super interesting. Come hang out. Make sure you tune into Jerry with his volume up too high so you can hear my voice double. I love that. Yeah. Put your hand in front of the camera. Yeah.
I'm turning it lower.
Guys, 745 of you tonight. Thank you so much. Appreciate all of you. Have a great week. Tune in next Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time for the K-Gun Report. And thanks so much to our sponsor, Dirty Jacks and Otis and Lisa's.
Swank, I got a question.
Yeah,
You
what
wanna
is it, Jerry?
You want to spin the wheel quick?
Didn't I already do that? Oh, I didn't do that.
Let's do that quick.
No. Go. Yeah, okay, go. Well, tell them what's for.
No high fives anymore.
Right.
No, we have a little raffle bucket that we're getting rid of. Their 24/7 Buff Pandemonium logo shirt, FLX Mafia logo shirt, and the Ralph's Last Ride shirt. We also have the Little People, the latest Little People, a couple stickers, a couple Bills koozies. The names pitched in, and we're going to spin to see who wins that.
Okie dokie, here we go.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, boy. Oh, geez. Oh, boy.
There you go, Doug.
It's our boy, Doug.
There you go, Doug.
It's Doug.
It's Doug.
Congratulations.
All right, I think I have your address already, Doug. You win enough stuff for us. So,
Yeah.
but Doug also
He is the winner.
donates to the Rager.
Yes.
Him and his son are big merchandise guys, and they always help us out with that. So, congrats, Doug. Thank you.
Congrats, buddy. So glad that you got it. That's it for us, guys. Have yourselves a great week. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go